Hi everybody, welcome to my first video of 2018. I hope that your year has kicked off to a good start. My year, in the last week, we have made so many big decisions about our future that I'm feeling excited about the year ahead, but also like, wow, this is nothing like I thought that it would be coming into a few weeks ago. Like our eldest son, we're going to send him back to school. We've been homeschooling. That's probably one of the biggest decisions that we have made lately. But then lots of other things, and I've just enrolled in a bunch of courses. So I'm doing the one little word course this year with Ali Edwards, and my word for the year is womanhood, which is exciting. And then also I won a spot in the rituals class in with Get Messy, so that's really exciting as well. So yeah, my 2018 is looking really full, but in a very different way to what I expected in December. So yeah, okay, so that's 2018. Let me tell you about this page. That is another thing I want to tell you about in this video. I am doing two things a little bit differently this year with this channel. One is I want my voiceovers to be less about the technical aspects of what I'm doing and more just like a chat to you about like the intention of the page and how I'm feeling about things. So I hope that that suits everybody. I feel like I'm not doing anything that technically amazing that I need to explain it all step by step and do a running commentary. If I don't have anything particularly insightful to say, then I will probably just put some background music on, and because you can see everything that I'm doing. If you have any questions, then you can leave a comment and I can address them at a later stage. The other thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start doing, so these videos, process videos, come out on Thursdays, and then I am going to do another day of the week yet to be decided. I'm going to be doing like reviews of different products I'm using. So I'm really excited to do that because that's something that I wish was a bit easier for me to find on YouTube when I'm sort of looking for a new product or I see someone use something. I'd like there to be like a nice review. So this is not just like me sitting in front of the camera reviewing it. I want to show you different ways to use that product and really talk about my experience with it, and even from a perspective of buying it in Australia and the cost and all of those sorts of things, where to buy it. So that is some news about the channel for 2018. Please keep me accountable to it. I'm really excited about it, but like I said, I've got tons just happening at the moment, so I need to work out a bit of a schedule and a bit of a embrace the bullet journal a little bit more, I think. So this page that I'm making today, I decided to make it because I'd just been watching an Insta story of someone who the internet is so funny, right? Like someone who I really almost consider like a friend. I know so much about them from their life that they share on Instagram and particularly in Instagram stories, and I love them. They are beautiful. It's this they're just like very friendly and very kind and fun people. Anyway, this woman, she lost her husband a few months ago now, I guess, through very tragic circumstances. He got sick. It was very out of the blue. It happened really quickly, and I grieved him quite a lot, to be honest. Even though I'd never met him, I didn't know anything about him, and it wasn't his Instagram that I was attached to. For her, I guess I didn't grieve his death as much as I grieved her change in circumstance and her grief, you know, and for her children and things like this. And I just feel like in 2017 I experienced a lot of grief that I'd never experienced before. I don't know if I've shared on here, but my uncle passed away during the year, and like toward the end of the year, and that was really like heartbreaking, to be honest. Like, it still really gets me now that happened and that it's gone. And even then I wasn't like super close with him, but to see my dad and my nana go through that grief is really upsetting, I guess. And it's just like really hit home. And even just before the end of the year, a lady who I did not know personally but is in the homeschool group that we were part of, she gave birth to her 6th baby, and through complications in the childbirth, she passed away like the day after he was born, or that same day. I'm not even sure of the details. Like, I mean, we didn't particularly know her or hang out with her family, but I was just so like, all these people passing away, and them being like really quite young, I consider. You know, all these people are parents with children. You know, this mother with a newborn baby and her husband left behind with 6 kids now, and one of them tiny. That's crazy. This Instagram friend, you know, with 2 children, and she's pregnant with the 3rd, and here she is without a husband. You know, even my uncle, who was older, but not old, you know, like he was in his 50s, and like he had children the same age as me. And like, if my dad died, I would be so upset. And I guess like all those things accumulated together, I've just felt really a lot like that there is no promise of tomorrow, because a lot of these people were really good people in different religions that they followed. And you know, that's something that they have really struggled with, and something I really struggle with is, you know, Hashem, God, taking these people away when their families still on earth need them. And it got me really thinking about what if my husband died? What if I died? This is all very morbid, I'm so sorry, but this is just like what I've been thinking about in the end of the year. And just like, it's easy to get really down about that. This page is not meant to be sort of depressing in any way. The page is actually meant to be like a call to not action, but like a call to whatever, to be living your life with intention. And you know, the quote that I've just sort of made up here that I'm writing down says, you know, there's no promise of tomorrow, so live each day with intentional love. And I change it to say, or at first I wrote enjoy, but I wanted to, in the end I write and with no regrets or something like this, because that is what I'm choosing to take out of this grief that I'm experiencing and this heartache that I see around me, is not to be fearful of my future or my husband's future or how life would be or any of these things, but just to be very intentional that, you know, if you know, God forbid, something were to happen to me or my husband, that each of us and our children would know how loved they are, and that they would have, you know, like really happy memories with us. And this is just something to move forward with. I don't intend to think about every day being my last day on earth or anything like this, because I think that can be a bit unrealistic, and perhaps you would do things in your very last day on earth that you wouldn't do normally, and that's not a great thing. But I just want to write this to sort of finalize these feelings and to move forward. And I think that that's a great part of art journaling. With that being said, this is the end of the video. Got some close-ups in a sec. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment if this means something to you, and subscribe if you're keen to watch some more process videos and possibly hear some reviews of products. Thanks, guys.